Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan, and in this CEU course module, we'll be talking about pre, during, and post-exercise fueling for collegiate rowers. So by the end of this module, participants will be able to develop individualized fueling timelines, understand nutrient timing around training sessions, and apply post-exercise recovery strategies using macronutrient ratios. So for efficient timing, it's important to eat carbohydrate rich meals 3 to 4 hours pre-training or racing, and for any additional carbohydrates because previous meals were insufficient, take easy to digest carbs 30 to 60 minutes before training. Avoid, of course, skipping breakfast because that impairs afternoon rowing performance if you're doing multiple sessions in a day, and it increases of RPE, or the perceived exertion. And these are some good examples of what to eat before training and racing. There are oats, banana, peanut butter, and juice. So during high intensity exercise, carbohydrate ingestion can sustain energy and delay fatigue. Recommended forms are sports drinks, gels, and glucose tablets and bars. Of course, a carbohydrate mouth rinse is effective for short, high intensity bouts, and rinsing with a carb solution for 5 to 10 seconds every 10 to 15 minutes is found to be effective for rowers. So, post-exercise nutrition overview. To avoid looking like the rower here in the image, after training or competition, your nutrition should focus on the 3 R's here: refuel, rehydrate, and repair. And of course, this will optimize recovery, reduce soreness, and replenish glycogen. Post-exercise nutrition, I can't emphasize this enough, it's really important, especially when you have less than 8 hours in between sessions. So definitely if you're doing multiple sessions in a day, like in the morning, midday, morning and night, and etc. So post-exercise nutrition is really important to get after those practices. So the goal in refueling is to replenish carbohydrates. Examples of good high glycemic carbs are fruits, white rice, sports drinks, and potatoes. And the goal is to replenish muscle glycogen immediately after exercise. And of course, your carb target immediately after exercise, it can be 1 to 1.2 grams of high glycemic carbs. And some examples of high glycemic is this graphic right here created for collegiate rowers here. Fruits, drinks, snacks, and some of the grains like bagels, white bread, and white rice as examples. So proteins are typically spared, but they may contribute during prolonged training sessions or when carbohydrate availability is low. And of course, the goal for the repair the protein is to stimulate muscle protein synthesis. And the recommended protein type is whey, which is shown in studies. And of course, 20 to 25 grams per meal after exercise, and up to 40 grams post-exercise for larger athletes. So of course, this would probably be our lightweight rowers in the front or the back, and then in the engine room, they'd probably be heading around towards 40 grams. And important for muscle protein synthesis is also, I'd add, as a part of post-exercise nutrition, is pre-sleep protein. 40 grams specifically of casein protein before bed for overnight repair was shown to stimulate muscle protein synthesis and had benefits, significant benefits. Here, so for rehydrate, is the goals involving fluids and electrolytes, of course, to restore fluid balance and replace sweat loss. And the method for this is you weigh yourself before and after training, and you can calculate how much you lost in sweat, and you drink 1.5 times the fluid loss using sodium-rich drinks like Gatorade or a Powerade, or of course salty snacks. So I will talk a lot about carbohydrates and protein, but why does this co-ingestion matter for rowers? And starting off, the ideal ratio is 3 to 1. And this is the optimal ratio, and this is supported by research showing improved performance in endurance athletes using this protocol during recovery phases. Basically, the combined intake enhances both glycogen synthesis and muscle repair, right here. And enhancing co-ingestion triggers anabolic signaling improving muscle repair and adaptation, which is key. And then lastly, co-ingestion of these macronutrients optimizes the post-exercise recovery window and supports faster recovery between multiple sessions. So here I created a knowledge check, so pause and read the question, and then the next slide it will be the answers. Hopefully you got it right. These are the answers to the questions. And here are my references, and thank you.